Hi guys, it's Stephanie. Welcome to Stephanie's Journey. For those of you who are here for the very first time, welcome. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back. Today I am just going to do a little video on what I'm going to be planning out in February, how I determine what I'm going to plan out, and yeah, those type of things. So I loaded a video, maybe it was a short, last week, maybe, giving you information on how to find out where to get the information you need to determine what you need to plant in your zone and zip code. So I linked that below. But each state has their own agriculture facility. I forget what you call it, but it's usually a university within that state that does the agricultural things, and they list they list out what to plant when in your area. There are several sites for that as well. You can go to the Farmer's Almanac and determine what your zone is by putting in your zip code and then go from there. But this link specifically lists it's the University of Arkansas, maybe I believe, and it lists all of the states on there. So I just selected my state because I'm in Georgia, but it had every state in the U.S. Click it, and then there's links to all kinds of valuable information as far as your soil care, what you need to do to take care of your soil. You can even send samples in to your local offices. So everything is listed on that site that you may need. They even have links to if you want to become a master gardener, which is something I've been considering. And it usually starts in January, and I didn't sign up for it, didn't look. So I maybe still can, but right now I don't have time. It's about to be tax season. Tax season starts on Monday for those of you who can start filing your taxes on Monday. I'm a tax preparer, but anyway, I'm on tax business. But anywho, so for me, what I do is every year I started my garden in 2020. I have a notebook here. It has all the years from 2020 all the way down. 21, 2, 3, and 4. And I started to put 25 in here too, and then I realized I only had like 3 pages left. So I stopped. I had about 5 or 6. Anyway, whatever it is not enough. But I listed, I started in 2020, when I first started, I started off by my very first thing telling me, figuring out what zone I was in. And then I started it on 4/26/2020. And I went and bought a bunch of seeds from Lowe's as well as some starts. And I just made a list of everything I planted because I didn't know. I had no clue. We were going through that food deficit, so I needed to have food. So I just started planting stuff. And then I listed like when I planted it, when it sprouted. If I bought the plant, then I put, when it started blooming or what have you. But I made detailed notes. I also made notes on my first frost date and last frost date, what I got from the Farmer's Almanac and all that type of stuff. And back then, we were zone 7B. That changed last year. So we were changed to zone 7A. I put hours and hours and hours in of my time just trying to figure out what to grow with what not to grow together, so forth and so on. So I have a lot of notes. So I'm going to keep this notebook forever on things. And I go back through it looking for stuff. I didn't start this, I think, until 2022, maybe 2023, drawing out my garden. Maybe it was 2023 because I don't see it in 2022. But yep, 2023. I always do the year on one page. And then I started drawing out my garden and what I'm going to plant. Because I don't really have beds. Well, I do. I have 1, 2, 3 raised beds. Well, 5, I guess you can count the first 2. Because my first year I got these little box that had 2 beds in it from Costco. So that's what I started with. And then I had somebody to build me out some beds a couple of years later, and that's what I use. And I still grow in a bunch of pots. And then I got 2 green stalks. One is still in the garage. One is outside. I don't like it. everybody does well in it, but my stuff does not do well in it. So, and I don't, maybe it doesn't sit in the right spot with enough sun. I don't know, or it has the wrong soil in it. But right now, I'm not liking it. So I don't put a lot in it. I have strawberries. My strawberries did okay in it, so I think I'm going to fill it with strawberries. But anywho, on to that. So I started a new book, and it's just a regular book for this year. So I also track the cold days, you know, because I want to keep up with the frost dates. Because every year I put down the first frost date and the last frost date. As you can see somewhere on here, that's 2023. Let me go to 2024. 2024. I put that information like down here at the bottom, my frost information. And then I also always list my garlic and onions and sweet potatoes and potatoes on here. So I know when I planted them and when I need to pull them, because sometimes, you know, not most of the time, they're started in the prior year and they take so long, 120 days. So I always plant them, go to the calendar, or I ask Siri how many days are 120 days. Then I put a calendar notification in my phone so it reminds me to go out there and check them, and then I write it down here. So those are the things I do to not forget when I planted stuff. I use electronic stuff, and then I write stuff down. Sometimes I get busy and I quit writing stuff down, but whatever. So as far as my zone 8 planning, this is my notebook. I got a regular binder notebook as well that I've been storing stuff in and keeping it for a keepsake. And this one shows, I don't know where I got this one from. Maybe, got it from the Farmer's Almanac maybe. Yeah, maybe that's where I got this one from. But it lists, you know, the things that I can plant when in February, early February, late February is what's on here. So what I am going to plant, it says start indoors, but as we know, I'm not starting nothing indoors. Them nets last year drove me insane. So I want them out of my house. This year, I've been putting stuff in my greenhouse. I hope it doesn't get too cold. I still haven't got a thermometer to go in there, but I'm planting stuff in there and hoping for the best. I got some sweet potato slips in here, and they're about to go out there because they keep generating bugs. And I got a bunch of house plants. I don't want all them bugs on my house plants. So what it's telling me to start in early February is tomatoes, peppers, eggplants. I've already started them in late January instead. And then it's telling me for early February, broccoli, cauliflower, kale are the three other things that I have not already started in seeds to start them now. So what I'm going to start, I think this weekend, if it's warm, because it's been freezing here, is broccoli, cauliflower, kale, and I think I'm going to add some more kohlrabi because I keep saying I'm plant more kohlrabi and I have not. So those are the things that I am going to start this coming week. Mid-February it says cabbage, Brussels sprouts, lettuce, spinach, Swiss chard, and collard greens. I don't think I'm going to plant any more collard greens because I have a bunch of them out there. But I might drop a few seeds because my friend sent me some seeds of some collards I never grown before. So I may grow those in the event that they sprout too fast and go to seed. I can get some additional seeds from whatever kind that is. So I probably would do that. And then that's it for February. Let me let y'all see that up close. But what is good to grow in my area, I'm in the Atlanta metro area, is not what's good to grow in your area. Like I said, I'm going to leave that link again below on this video or link the video. You can go check that video out. You can find out what you can grow in your area, in your state, and it'll drill down to your city and your county so that maybe it's to your county, it may not be your city. Well, the Georgia one is. I didn't go check out everybody's because why? I don't live there. But I did go into Georgia. I drilled down, and as is on the UGA website, it gives you a guide that you can print out, which is not like it's similar to this one, but it gives you exact vegetables like this one does, the time. It tells you when you can plant those out. Check out this website to find your local extension office across the United States. It has each state listed within this website, so it's easy to find your particular state here. I have the link below, so you just go through the list, click on your particular state. Mine is Georgia. We're going to click on the variety and seeds and plants, and from there it gives you different types of vegetables, how to fertilize, and all of that. Just go through the site and check out what's there. Yours may be a little bit different than mine. For Georgia, it's UGA, the University of Georgia, and so this is what they have for us. The main thing that I wanted to show everyone is that they actually have a planting guide to tell you what to plant and when to plant. If you see there, I clicked on it. It doesn't list every single vegetable in the world, of course, but it lists the main ones. It tells you how long it takes for them to get to maturity. It also has cultivars listed. It also has planting dates when you can plant them as far as the spring and in the fall, and then how many seeds to plant per 1,000 square feet, and then the spacing for each of those plants. So this is valuable information, especially for new gardeners, and then those of us that are not quite so new, but still we need guidance with certain things, because we don't know it all. Even after gardening for this is my 6th garden season, I still don't know it all, so I still need to look at these too. So this one has what do they call it? Based on frost dates and moon dates. I plant for moon dates because somebody I started watching, I forget his name, he plants the moon dates. So that's what I do instead of frost dates. You determine which moon you in, like full moon, half moon, whatever they're called. I don't know the names of them. But the iPhone tells you which moon state you're in. And then I plant by that. And this one gives you a range as far as the dates. Oops, the stuff fell out the pockets. Gives you the range of dates. And you can see here moon date and frost date by the little emblem. And then on here, you see the emblem there, so you know which date to plant by. So that's what I do. And it starts is in alphabetical order. Even the one that's on the Georgia website is in alphabetical order. I think that's a 2-pager. This one, I don't know, it's 9 pages for this whole document. And it also gives you dates for planting in spring. And then you go further back, it gives you dates for planting in, it starts down here on this page, but it moves to the first page of dates for what you plant in the fall. So I have started putting everything, the fall here. I've started putting everything in my calendar in my phone so that it pops up. I set it up for yearly. So if I'm supposed to start X, Y, and Z on this date to this date, I set it as a recurring thing and let it pop up from, say if it's something that I'm supposed to plant in February from the 1st to the 28th, then I set those dates and it'll pop up every day to remind me, because I can't do it on the 1st, but I can do it on the 10th or what have you. So I set up those dates so every day when it pops up, then I know to plant it. So that works for me. Everybody's mind works differently, but me, I have to have a reminder because I have so much going on, and I'm ADHD and I'm indecisive, so I need to plant. I also make a bunch of lists. This is my list that I had in the fall of stuff that I was planning, and I keep them. Well, I don't keep them, but this one I kept because I didn't check everything off. And I start marking them off as I plant stuff. And then I always put in how many days you have to your first frost date. And then I go back to see what it is I need to plant based on when it needs to go in the ground based on frost, whether it's frost hardy or frost tolerant. And this gives you that information on here. If it's tender, it'll say tender, frost tolerant, frost hardy. All of that information is listed on this one, and I think it's well on the one on the UGA website as well. So check out both the Farmer's Almanac as well as the link that I'm going to leave as well for each individual state, because they may vary in some way. They may be the same. I don't know. I don't know where the Farmer Almanac gets their information, but it's there. It's free. And it gives you lots of insight on what you can plant and what you can't plant. And also for your annex, which I think that's what it's called, the agriculture annex maybe, here in Georgia with UGA. Whatever, you can send soil samples to them. They'll send it back. I think I think all of it actually is free because it's part of their curriculum for those that's getting their degree in agriculture. So they will come out to you and help you with things if there's availability for that here in Georgia. Can't speak to all states. I'm just speaking to Georgia. They offer online classes. I've taken 2 classes with them online to learn about different things. So they offer things. You get on their email list. They'll send you information out monthly of things that's going on in the following month that you can sign up for. And it's a wait list. So when they send it, sign up. If you're in Georgia, when they send it, sign up because it fills up fast, even though it's online. Because only so many people can be on a Zoom call at once. The free one, anyway. So that is it for today. I am going to again plan out that stuff at the weekend, maybe, or not the first of next week. Because it's almost February. Today is the 22nd, so I'm gonna load this video today. But like I said, I already have my tomatoes, peppers, eggplants planted. Tomatoes, peppers, and eggplants are planted, and my tomatillas. So what I'm planting next is my broccoli, cauliflower, kale, and kohlrabi. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 things. And I may add cabbage. It says cabbage in mid-February, but I may put that out because it gets so hot here so fast. And last year, I think I planted my cabbage in January last year. I started not everything, but I started a bunch of stuff in January, beginning of January, end of January. And my cabbage did good. It was the first time I got cabbage. So we'll see what these ones that I have out here do, but I want to start another set of them. Also, make sure I plant a lot of broccoli and cauliflower to get it put into the freezer so that I can have it in freeze-dried bags. And yeah, that is it for my video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. If you haven't been here before, again, I'm Steffanie, and I'm happy to have you here. I have a lot of information on gardening, and I used to do vegan cooking. I have those type of videos. I still do cooking videos, but they're not so much vegan. Some of them are, some of them not. Just depends on what I feel like cooking, but they're all there. So check them out. I got a whole bunch of videos. I've been doing this channel for 5, 6, 7, 8 years now. Yeah, 8. Probably 8. So yeah, thank you guys for stopping by again. And I look forward to seeing you all in my very next video. Bye-bye.